Ben Shephard, the man whose smile has brightened millions of mornings, now finds himself in the toughest chapter of his life. The ever-charming presenter, known for his warmth, wit, and contagious energy on screen, has been rushed to hospital after a sudden medical emergency that left fans across the country stunned and heartbroken. For years, Ben has been the face of countless morning routines, that friendly, familiar presence who could turn even the sleepiest start into something worth smiling about. But behind the laughter and polished professionalism, a quiet storm had been brewing. Friends say Ben hadn't been feeling well for several days. He brushed it off at first, the way people who love their work often do, until his condition took a worrying turn, forcing those closest to him to step in. And no one has been more affected than his wife, Annie Shephard. Annie, graceful, steady, and devoted, has been by Ben's side through every twist of his television journey. But this time, the woman who's always been his strength found herself trembling. Witnesses say the moment she arrived at the hospital, her composure cracked. She was seen holding his hand, whispering softly, as if trying to coax him back to laughter, to life, to the world they built together. A close friend revealed, Annie has always been Ben's anchor. To see him like this broke her completely. She hasn't left his side once. Those words alone paint a picture of a love that runs deeper than the cameras ever capture. A love made of quiet gestures, late-night talks, and the kind of laughter that makes you forget everything else. Inside the hospital, doctors have been working tirelessly. While the exact nature of Ben's illness remains private, sources say he's receiving the best possible care, surrounded by experts who are monitoring his condition closely. There's optimism, cautious but real, and through it all, Annie remains the heartbeat of hope, refusing to let fear take over. Back at ITV, Ben's colleagues have been flooding social media with messages of support. One post read, "We're all thinking of you, Ben. You've always been the strongest of us. Now it's our turn to lift you up." Another added, "The studio just isn't the same without your grin. Get well soon, mate." Those messages have turned into a wave, a digital embrace from people who grew up watching him, who laughed with him, who started their days to the sound of his voice. One fan wrote, "Ben has been part of our mornings for years. Hearing this news made me cry. Sending all my love and prayers to him and Annie." It's in moments like this that the magic of television reveals its heart. For many, Ben isn't just a presenter, he's family. Someone who's been there through the little moments: breakfast, coffee, hurried commutes, quiet mornings when all you needed was a kind smile and a bit of laughter to start your day. But behind the screens, even the brightest souls can burn out. A friend close to the family shared, "Ben never stops. Between filming, charity events, and family life, he's always on the move." Maybe this is his body's way of saying it's time to slow down. And maybe, in a way, this moment is reminding all of us of something important, that even those who make us laugh every day need time to heal, to breathe, to simply be. Annie has asked for privacy, but she's also deeply touched by the outpouring of love. A family spokesperson shared that she's seen every message, every kind word. They've brought her strength on the hardest nights, comfort when the silence of hospital corridors feels too heavy to bear. As she sits quietly beside him, holding his hand, the nation waits, hoping, praying, believing that Ben Shephard, the man who has brought so much light into our lives, will soon be smiling again. Because for every laugh he's given us, every warm word, every morning made brighter by his presence, now it's our turn to send that same love back. So wherever you are, Take a moment. Send a thought, a prayer, a smile to Ben and Annie, because love, after all, is what keeps us going. And if there's one thing we know about Ben Shephard, it's that he's never been one to give up easily. He'll be back, brighter, funnier, and more full of life than ever before. And when that day comes, there won't be a dry eye in sight, just millions of smiles waiting to greet him home.